Okay, I am back, I'm back, I'm back. Yes, I reset the Flesh for Zombie Dog challenge. I saw chatter about him and he was waiting here by my chair, you know, expectantly, giving me the patented, "Where's my food?" stare. That one right there. That's the one. Okay, yeah, you'll see all sorts of fun stuff in here because of the Calyptic. So, my limbs break regularly. I hear things. All sorts of fun stuff. That fish may or may not have been a hallucination. Okay, so we're bandaged up. We're gonna hang out for a bit. I was trying to figure out. Tailoring's gonna be tough with our limited supply of rags. We only have 11 now. I need to go out and just smash up a few beds in one of those houses I have access to and bring a bunch back. Could probably do that safely, because that way I could get some more crafting done. Although with things taking 2.5 hours, I may not need many. Let's go ahead and do a cotton hat and see how far we get. Quarterstaff's having a conversation. Shaking uncontrollably. We made it to tailoring 3. Look at that. Just in time. For 3 whole rags. If we can get to 4, we can make some fun stuff. Give me something. Cowboy hat. 1 day and 5 hours. Boonie hat. 2.5. I think sundress is what I'm going to go for. 6 out of my 8 rags. 4 hours and 20 minutes. We might make the level off of that. Focus is 77. Let's activate an MP3 player. Let's reload the MP3 player. Oh, that battery there should be fine. Let's have some happy food. Choco bar, Toastums, and a yogurt. Try to get our. Oh, we're getting the nomad negative. We're almost maxed out. It's already hitting us. So my focus ain't gonna go any higher. Oh, and we're tired as well. Crap. That took a little longer than I expected. That's fine. We're gonna try to craft it anyway. What was I looking at? Sundress? Go for it. Did we make it? Tailoring 4. Cool. Very nice. So, move the hat and the sundress to where I'm at. Move that over to there. I just want to, I don't want to disassemble. I want to actually butcher. I don't want to take 2 hours or 3 hours or 5 hours. What the hell? You can't just flat butcher these things anymore? Well, that seems weird. Still overweight. My milk, my duck sandwiches as well. Man. Unload milk. Okay, let's have some sports drink. And I think it's time to take a nap. We're going to need new round of bandages and antiseptic. Hey now. That's not what I clicked on. Alright, there we go. Average and average on the 4 damaged body parts. Let's go have a nap. See if our collaptic psychosis lets us sleep cleanly. We did last time. I've been purposely staying away from my antipsychotics for when we need them later. Whoa, Flesh for Zombie Dog's rolling right along. Will you not use psychotics just so we can enjoy the craziness? I don't plan on using the antipsychotics unless I absolutely have to. Are there any ways to level mechanics to 1 other than with the book you're starting with? Man, oh man, I answer that question a lot. Yes, there is a way. Way number 1. Find a crate. Pry it open, and then use the construction menu to seal it. Pry it open, use the construction menu to seal it. Do that over and over again, and you'll get to Mechanics 1 in pretty short order. Option number 2. Gather up a bunch of nails and planks. Craft wooden frames. Just the standard old wooden frames. Those things right there. You'll need Fab 1 to do it. You'll need either 4 or 6, depending on what your starting focus is. But just make 4 to 6 wooden frames. Then you start vehicle construction here in the construction menu. Yeah, that right there, start vehicle construction. That uses 1 of the frames. Once you've done that, go examine it, and then add a wooden box to it. So it's build frames, start vehicle, add wooden box. Do that twice, and if you start with good focus, you'll be level 1 mechanics. Might take a 3rd one, depending on what your focus is. But those are the 2 ways to level from 0 mechanics to 1 without any books or any special resources. You got to add the wooden box. Just making the vehicle isn't going to do it. You got to make the vehicle and add the wooden box. And somebody mentioned the crates. Do as I'm scrolling along trying to catch up. I've got videos on most things, but the mechanics thing has changed a few times over time. Yeah, you won't drown. As long as you're not overweight. Okay, back to business. So we made it to tailoring 4. I'm kind of surprised, actually. Do I have a sewing kit or a tailoring kit? We have a sewing kit. Reload. Sewing kit. Activate. Sewing kits. What are my chances to repair my army pants? Oh, that's what gets me in trouble. That's the one. We got a 15 to 1 chance. 15 to 1. And I'm going to roll the 1 and destroy my pants. Let's give it a try anyway. You repaired it! Yay! Now we're no chance to fail. Oh, I ran out of rags again? Yep, ran out of rags again. That's good enough for the emergency. Don't let me come back without rags. Need to grab rags. This is not Meep Meep. The saga of the Meep Meep dynasty is complete. We are now on Noah's Bizarre Battle-Ark. Feel free to watch the previous Twitch channel streams for Meep Meep, or it'll be caught up on YouTube here pretty quick. Okay, gear's good. We took our flu shot, so we don't have to worry about flu. I'm doing what I can to protect against the cold. We picked up a ton of good gear. We got the stethoscope, we got the scalpel, we got the binoculars. We're flush with medical gear. We've managed to get our first aid, or our tailoring up to 4. Fab is only 3. Hey, Shadow Dragon, thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. I will continue with my own peculiar brand of awesomeness. Loving this game so far. It's an awesome game. It's just, man, the barrier to entry is pretty steep. If people don't find my videos or somebody's videos, it can be pretty rough to come into cold. If somebody just said, hey, go download Cataclysm and play it, oh, that would be so rough. So rough. The entertainment per dollar spent is just amazing, but it does take a bit of work at the beginning. All right, we got our quarterstaff. I really want to get into the fun vehicle stuff as quick as possible, but we've got a few things we've got to get done. Our 4 vehicles we've located in the first day, or a couple of days, not good enough. So I'm going to give you guys a choice. It's 1741. I am either going to explore southwest, north, or east. First one to say southwest, north, or east, and you can use abbreviations. That's where we're going to go. Southwest it is. Murder got there first. Do passive bionics need power? They do not. YouTube recommended Vorm. Now you're writing mods. Yeah, it's always fun to see how people find Cataclysm. I found Cataclysm, I believe, I don't have 100% memory on it. I'm pretty sure, I know for certain it was a YouTube personality that I was following that happened to play it once, and I saw it and said, hey, that looks cool, I'm going to go play that. And that's how I got into it. And I think it was Quill. I want to say it was Quill. I can't think of anybody else I was watching at the time that it might have been, because Quill's dabbled in it a couple of times. Found it watching a Terraria streamer. Way back, yeah. That's before me. I wasn't around when Wales was the only dev. I've only got about 3.5 years. I joined, I think, right when 0.D released, I think. It might have been 0.C, I can't remember. But more likely it was the early part of 0. No, it must have been C. Yeah, it must have been C, because we've had 2 updates I remember now. Yeah, so 0.C is when I joined in. Alright, so the answer was southwest. So, let's back up. And if I come back without rags, I'm blaming you, scurvy lot. It's no excuse. We got 200 liters of space to utilize. It's just my easily... Squirrel! Oh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, going southwest. Is there an ETA on a zombie dog cam? I got a Migo I gotta deal with here. The zombie dog cam is a little tough, because it's going to require additional hardware. So, unfortunately, all things take money. And I just spent most of my money on a system upgrade that's randomly rebooting on me. So, streamers don't like mentioning other streamers' creators by name. Some don't. I have no problem with it. Rycon is awesome. Rycon and I chat fairly regularly. He just started a brand new series with Magicalism as the focus. Rycon and I sit in very different categories of Cataclysm play. So, he and I have absolutely no problem bouncing people back and forth between each other. Tomato? Yeah, Tomatoes. Tomatoes jumped into my... raided me on occasion, and I've raided him on occasion. Yeah, Rykon is very, very much more into atmosphere and roleplay and that. I'm much more technical. Technical and teachy and stupid hard stuff. Rykon focuses much more on the role-playing and storytelling aspects. Zombie's almost dead. Meebook Mold's almost dead. Migo's cruising. Uh-oh, it's a lab site. Please, wallets? Oh, look at all the wallets. Look at all the wallets. There's going to be so many ID cards. Alright, we just got to kill Amigo. I think this is worth... well, Amigo's not going to mess with me until he kills the mold, which he's going to do any second. Then he's going to go chop the zombie. And I think... Does he ignore Grakens? I can't remember. I've probably seen this combo a million times, and I can't remember if he's going to go for the Kraken. There he is backtracking for the zombie. Zombies. Oh, all the zombies are getting back up. Migo just keeps slaughtering them all. Yep, he is going to go for the Kraken. The Kraken might keep him busy long enough for me to grab all the fun stuff. Oh, nope, it didn't. Alright, full strength Migo. Can I get off the bike and get the gun out before he gets close enough? I'm not sure I can. Nah, go straight to wielding the gun. Alright, come and get me, Migo. The age-old question. At what range do you start shooting with no skill? I'll let him get a little closer. A 1 and a 2. The trick is to let him get close enough that when he starts to run, which he might now do, you can still kill him before he gets out of range. Please wait while past game data loads. Achievement completed. Silence your nightmares. Another monster killed. That must be new. I don't remember seeing that. Alright, so a few bullets. It was worth it. Kill all Migos. They are just terrible, terrible rat bastards. Kill them at every opportunity. Hopefully no other zombies start staying back up again. I want to get me a nice big pile of science ID cards out of all these wallets. Right after we go smash everything. That is everybody. Cool. We'll just grab up all the wallets. I'll search them when we get done. Solder and wallets. Mutagen. More solder and wallets. I think that's it. Unload. Wallets. 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 Drop. Wallet, wallet, wallets. 5 ID cards we got out of that. I don't care about all this other stuff. Just give me the ID cards. So, we got 1 ID card for each bullet. That's a good ratio. That is a fine ratio. So, alright. What that means is, unfortunately, Murder of Phoenixes picked the right direction. Cherish the days where you have short runs. I so miss the early gameplay days when I didn't know everything about it, and I didn't just wasn't able to automatically glance at a situation and know what was going to happen, and I missed my days of ignorance. Catching back up on chat again. Not using incremental aim is the one thing you'll never understand. Why would I need to use incremental aim? I guess I don't understand the issues. You can't abide not being in control of an exact aim percentage. How is using the presets not give you exact control? It tells you exactly how many action points you're going to be spending. I guess I don't understand the problem. There is a time and a place for both. I will go to incremental aim in situations where I need to very, very, very carefully make sure I get a shot off before I get hit. So it just depends on the situation. In a situation like this, it's a big-ass waste of time and key presses for me to go tap, 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 tap when I'm in a big open field and I know exactly what's going to happen and exactly how many shots it's going to take, and I know he's not going to get to me. There's absolutely no reason for me to press the button 50 times more than just pressing P. It just, I mean, realize that I've done this literally thousands of times with this kind of an encounter, so I knew exactly what was going to happen. And I had absolutely no need to take my time to preciously, carefully tap that key incrementally. Yep, you can feed mutagen NPCs. Blah, blah, blah. So much chat. Ever consider playing Darkest Dungeon? I actually have like 2 episodes of the Darkest Dungeon up on my YouTube channel. I don't know why. Some reason I just couldn't get into it. I started playing it. There's a few games like it too that I've also kind of stumbled on. It's exactly the kind of game I should love. And some of the things I read about how it works in the long term and some of the randomness that's involved, it turned me off a bit. I don't like kind of the style that it used. So that's probably part of it. But the non-incremental doesn't tell me how far the limit will end for me. You are correct, it will not. That's where having 3,000 hours or more playing the game informs you of things like that, and you'll no longer worry about it after you've done it hundreds of times. So, not a bad thing. Do what you need to do. But once you've done it enough times, you automatically know, and there's no need for you to do that. How do you like the card game you're streaming? Which one? Trials of Fire, I think, is the one you're talking about. I had a lot of games on the schedule. I switched out a few of them and switched in some others this week. I like it a lot. I like it a lot for what it does. It's not intending to be a AAA mainstream title. I really like anything that's got board game-ish, card game-ish mechanics welded in a clean, interesting style. That one's got really good graphic style for the game type, and I like the arena size. It gives you enough, gives me a feel of kind of miniatures combat with the size of the arena and the engagements that you have, but you also have the deck building aspects. I think it does a pretty good job of welding a few different categories together. I'm not a big fan of the overland quest marching around system, but they've got games. The most recent video, I show another game mode where you don't have any of that. You just fight battles and you make storyline choices. And there's 2 or 3 game modes, so I think they've done a really good job with it. Back to the zombie, or yeah, the zombie dog cam thing. It's a combination of money for equipment and changing my setup a bit, but also zombie dog doesn't sit still very much. I got a door right over there where the hallway is. He'll come in, he'll sit right here next to me and stare at me for a minute, and then he's gone again. Or he's right over the back of the computer. But he doesn't actually, he doesn't have a set bed or like a pad or something I could put down that would keep him in one place for any length of time. So you wouldn't have him on cam all that much. Yeah, it's good. I recommend Trials of Fire. I think it's a good game for its type. If you like that kind of gameplay, it does a really good job. And it's pretty close to being finished, I believe, development-wise. I don't think they have too much left. Let's get moving again in-game here, though. So, we picked up a bunch of ID cards. That means we now do have free access to that science lab up top. We'll take advantage of that in a bit. Let's go find out what's at the end of this spot right here. Without running into boulders in a quad bike. Man, I love the quad bikes. Zippy little things. Hey there, Iron Sam.
DDA challenges, even if I have to dumb down the evolution to my skill levels.
Well, that's actually the joy of Cataclysm, is the fact that it is so configurable to so many different skill levels, knowledge levels, play styles. You can play Superman, you can play normal man, you can play uber weak man, whatever. You can vary it so much. That's why I'm still playing it after having already played it so much. So I always wonder how many people actually, I mean, I post all the details about my challenges in the challenge, and also I talk about it in the first 5 minutes of each challenge. I always wonder if anybody tries to repeat the challenge themselves, and how well they do in trying to do the same kind of challenges that I do. Always makes me curious. I post that stuff for exactly that reason, so people that are looking for ideas. Really? You got one NPC hanging out in the back, and you got the place filled with zombies? So, yeah, but I post that info just so people can kind of peruse or browse my challenges when they're looking for their own ideas. Whether it's the theme or the technical settings or whatever. We could ride around in here and try to grab some stuff, I guess. Is this stone wall vaultable? It's a fair few zombies in there. Oh, that's not a wall. That's more like a walkway. Ooh, acid zombie. I was okay right up until I saw the acid zombie. I don't know that this is worth it. Oh, they put a basement in the winery also. So we have a basement in the winery. I wonder if there's any wine, kegs of wine in there. This guy, I gotta keep reminding myself, this is not Meep Meep. I don't have any of the movement benefits here. So, we don't have quick, we don't have fleet foot, we don't have parkour, none of that stuff. So I gotta be cautious. I'm in the mindset constantly that I'm gonna be faster than everything, and then I gotta remind myself. Oh, the NPC is running up here. I didn't notice the NPC running this way. A wooden spear, regular clothes, Kevlar vest. I don't want to talk to you. Wait up, see? My good fellow, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm not interested in anything other than 2 quests that I know of. The Jabberwock, which will come later, and maybe the Hazardous Waste Sarcophagus quest. Because you're going to die before I could actually finish the quest and come back and talk to you anyway. Drop the cursed quarterstaff. Screw you, no. Turns hostile. What a surprise. Well, now that you're a hostile NPC, I don't mind leading you up into the zombies. Before, when you might have been a friendly NPC, I would have felt bad. Hey, all you zombies! Come down this way. Somebody wants you to meet. Hey, NPC! There you go. Go get them. Look at all those zombies dogpile out of there. That is a lot of zombies in the vineyard. Oh, and of course the acid zombie's still up here with me. Where are you? That NPC's not going to survive that crowd, but... That's too bad. They're damaging my Kevlar vest. That's the only... Whoa, Kareem's still doing pretty good. They're likely damaging my Kevlar vest. This acid zombie will take care of this whole problem. Oh, problem's taken care of. How's my Kevlar? How's my Kevlar looking? Shredded? It's going to be at the very bottom. Oh, still pristine. Yeah, I don't like taking advantage of NPCs like this. I'm just going to leave. I don't play with them for reasons. They're too easy to take advantage of. So let's not. We'll pretend he wasn't actually there. No, I wouldn't have taken a morale hit. The quests themselves are not really worth it, but recruiting them by completing... If you complete a quest, you can guaranteed recruit them. And then when you recruit them, you know, you do the NPC stuff. You can learn their skills, they can teach you their skills, they can fight with you and all that. You're not going to see any NPC stuff on my channel, because I absolutely hate NPCs. I can't stand them. For many, many reasons. I can't remember if any start in an LMOE. I want to say none start in an LOE, but it could be I just don't play those scenarios. You ever use tamed animals? Nope. Too close to being NPCs, essentially. They use the same type of code and command system and all that. My issues with the NPC system are legion. I don't like the command system. I don't like that they're idiot suicide monkeys and that I die more often than I get any advantage from them. It's too easy for me to supercharge myself by collecting a bunch and then learning all their skills and instantly having 8s and everything. They can't keep up with me in any way, shape, or form, not even remotely, so I'm always having to stop or go back for them, and I just... The simple answer is I'm too good at the game to bother with NPCs. They're too easy to take advantage of, they're too hard or too cumbersome to control, and they get themselves killed a lot, regardless of what commands you give them. I'm glad people enjoy them, I'm glad the faction camp system is in, and that people can have that kind of fun if they want, but it's not for me. At some point in the distant future, we may get a long-promised general NPC overhaul, but I think it's a long way off. I don't need any of this stuff. Let's pop up to the, we'll use our lockpick again. We'll pop upstairs just to get the view with our binoculars. Uh-oh, military helipad. There's another, what, 6,400 rounds of ammo? Lumber mill, a few tools that we've already gotten, so I don't really need to worry about going there. We have no access to that endpoint. The town, unfortunately, we can't go around easily. We'd have to drive through and then try to circle. Oh, and there's a Migo camp right on the edge of town. That's kind of ugly. Yeah, this is not good for us. What the hell is that? That is a big office tower. Oh, it's the collapsed... Wait a minute. Office tower, collapse tower. What? That looks weird. I don't think I've seen that arrangement before. Is it always this weird mix of office tower, collapse tower? I thought they were two separate things. I'm seeing a distinct lack of bookstores, though. The bookstores and libraries seem to be pretty scarce. There's little other than housing out the edge of the city I can get to. I don't want to creep in through the woods. So this direction is looking a little rough now. I would not want to try to drive a vehicle through here with this Migo encampment. So this is basically a dead end for us right here. Unless this stays open and connects down into Turner. I need to go back and check that. Otherwise, this is a little dead end nook down here. The helipad would be nice were I ready to go take out 4 turrets and grab up the ammo. Not quite ready for that. Yeah, in the woods right now with no skills or items is really hard / impossible, just because of changes that have been made to the item progression. Even just trying to get a basic cutting implement from scratch with no starting gear is damn hard. Really damn hard in the woods with no access to any other resources. Have I ever made a camp? No. I gave up on NPCs long before the faction camp system got added in. Food place stuff is pretty fun. Collect the things at the bottom of the tower. It's not that hard once you get geared up appropriately. Or have the right kind of a character. But that's NPC quest related stuff. Again, never bothered. The hub stuff I also don't deal with because that's NPC stuff. If you're going to do the collapsed tower, you need to be doing the hub quests. They send you there specifically. It's a building specifically put in for the hub quest system. Is there good documentation how night vision range is affected by perception? So, I've explained this a lot in the past as well. Back in the golden days, it was perception divided by 3. Straight, simple, easy. You would put 1 point in perception. That would get you to 9 at the start, and you'd have 3 night vision range. Then you'd buy night vision trait, and you'd have 5 night vision range. Everything made sense, super easy. A certain person I shall not name well, went in and did some lighting system changes to the game, to the code to the lighting system, and as an unintended consequence of that, it caused the player's vision to drop far enough that that formula no longer holds true. Now, in order to get that 3rd night vision, instead of 9, you need to get to 11. So if you get 11 perception during character gen, you'll have 3 night vision when you pop out into the world. And then again, if you put night vision on top of that, you get the 5 total. But, yeah, that's what happened. So, lighting system changes unintentionally affected the player vision range. I screamed and yelled and cried and made noise. I got ignored. I've been getting ignored about it for, I don't know, a year and a half now. So, I really hate when things like that get changed and it just gets shrugged off. But there's nothing I can do about it. So, that is now the way it is. And if you're looking for good documentation on anything related to Cataclysm, you're out of luck. Good documentation is hard to find and even harder to keep current. Didn't know you signed up for an easy challenge, Vorm. Every once in a while I do. They don't all have to be bang my face against the wall difficulty. I like mixing it up. I've decided I'm going to alternate from now on. I'm going to do regular world, default world stuff, and then I'll do one of my stupid hard meep type runs. Yeah, it's been 11 for a long time now. I've been complaining and telling people about this for probably at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Oh, it was definitely an oops. It was definitely an unintended consequence. Alright, so yeah, I'm not going to do anything else on this end. I'm not going to the lumber mill or the military helipad, and nothing I can get to relatively safely is accessible here in this town, and there's not much I would want to try to get to. At this point, I don't need to get to a doctor's office or a pharmacy. I don't see any bookstores. We can't see the entire place from here, but enough of it that I'm going to go ahead and back off. Let's go find out if this connects or if we get cul-de-saced by the forest again. I suspect... Oh, hey. Hey there, mansion. Tucked into the corner. Unfortunately, I can't drive around it, but we can see a tiny corner of it. We might be able to get some medieval gear. Especially if I'm willing to go in, blow some ammo. Alright, back down we go. So, you want to know the other reason? So, I mentioned at the top of the hour, or the stream, that I had talked on Friday about lockpicks. The whole lockpick system and how I think it's silly and doesn't have enough in the game and so on. And I've kind of facetiously said, here I'm gonna pick the lock of the door, and then I smash it down. See these walls, this white wall? I've got a quarterstaff in my hand. Let's say you wanted to get into a gun store or a hunting supply store. You're in. There. That's the lockpick system. Why bother? Which part confuses you? Technically, it wasn't a cement wall. It kind of looks like cement, but it's a wood wall. But you can get into gun stores with that. You can get into the hunting supply store that's locked. You can get into the... I could probably have gotten into the pharmacy simpler just by going through the wall than the route I did. Now, I got a lucky hit there. You don't always get through on the first hit. So, that was a fairly lucky hit. Usually it takes me a few more strikes. Well, hey there. Another body's... Oh, no, that's the earlier massacre. We're going to go right by that. I'm not going to cheese the NPCs. Let's go visit the muse or the mansion. It's gonna be too many zombies. We got rabbits and zombies. So that might be the book room. Can't quite tell yet. Yep, that is the book room. Holy crap, big book of first aid. And that's it. Just the big book of first aid. Really, game? There are a few other shelves, but... Come on, zombies. Let's go for a ride. I need to come back and grab at least the big book of first aid. What are we up to? First aid... Why? Wait. Isn't it supposed to be the big book of healthcare? Shouldn't we be renaming this book? I mean, it's only going to be good for one level, but still. But yeah, isn't it supposed to be the big book of healthcare? Whoops. That wasn't good. That could have been bad. I'm trying to glance at chat while I'm relocating some zombies. Alright, we'll loop these guys up to this corner. And we will roll around at full speed. And then try to loop back down without getting their attention again. Still at least a couple of zombies, but I can work around a couple. Alright, I think I set off a firestorm there. So the trick here is the quarterstaff has really high bash value. It's a 26 bash. I mean, I'm nothing special in the stat department. I've only got 8 strength. So 8 strength with a quarterstaff, and you can very easily go through wooden walls. I don't think I could go through this brick. That's a brick wall specifically, but some of the gun stores have walls you can go through. Definitely the hunting supply store. I think the pharmacy, you'd have to kind of practice or experiment a bit. But a few whacks with this thing, even at low strength, or medium strength, I guess I am, and you can just go right through things instead of lockpicking doors to try to get in, or crowbars, or anything of that kind of stuff. Which is just another part of my whole disdain for the whole lockpicking system. My issues with the lockpicking are it's cumbersome, it's slow. I find it to be just a useless skill, largely because there are so many other ways to get into places. And if we're talking about like safes and all that, I could care less. They so rarely have anything I want in them that I long ago gave up wasting my time actually trying to get into those things with lockpicks. And I can't remember the last time I bothered to lockpick anything. There's just so many other places you can go to get the things that are in a safe with no real effort or danger, or sitting there for hours waiting for a lockpick attempt to finish up. So I just don't see a point to the whole thing. If there was more in the game that needed lockpicks, or they had more of an actual useful specific functionality, I'd be happy and I'd use it, but there isn't, it doesn't, and I could care less. Do it yourself, and Ye Scots Book of Cookery. Well, that's not what I was hoping to see. Inventory, give me that one and that one. We're going back up here. Antique Adornments is good. Big Book of First Aid is okay. I didn't get a look at this corner. Another antique. Birdhouse, and that's it. And then big book again. Alright, so that was it. Do I want to try to wander my way to the front and see if there are, there's any medieval gear? Bike helmet, radio car, sneakers. A throwing axe. And bash, 17 cut, -1 to hit bonus. Nah. If I got a clear route to the front, I'm gonna try to get there and see if we got any medieval gear. Basketball court. You freaked me out. Talking doll. Oh look, it's a safe. I should lockpick it. I should lockpick it. So here's another part of my disdain. When you get safes like this on the floor, I haven't tried it with this one in particular, but bank safes, for example, if you put a corpse in front of the safe, then you grab the safe and drag it to the corpse, the items in the safe will stay in the original spot, and you don't need to actually open the safe. Just drag the safe over a corpse, grab all the items, and walk away. Once again, no need to lockpick. Yeah, I believe so. Oh, it's definitely an exploit. It's definitely a bug slash exploit. I don't remember. I think I mentioned it in some videos somewhere. I've talked about it a couple of times in live streams, but you don't see me do it other than for demonstration purposes. But again, I almost never care about the contents of safes. They're just not often enough that there's something in them that I care about to even warrant it. Oh, this is going to put me out in the light. Hey, zombies. This doesn't connect through. Oh, yes, it does. We're so close to the front. Come on, give me a flawless victory. Damn it. Not flawless. Smith & Wesson, don't care. No, no armor, no weapons. Hey, there we go. Medieval gear. What are we going to get? The Great Helm and the Ornamental Plate Armor and a pike. The pike. 118-inch length. Medieval weapon consisting of a wood shaft tipped with an iron spearhead. Oh, it's a replica. It's a dull replica. Of course it is. Still, it's got 25 bash and 8 pierce with impaling strike and long reach attacks, so it can hit 3 spaces away. Which sounds great, right up until you try to use it on something, and then, eh. The Great Helm. Let's see. 100% coverage. Head, eyes, and mouth. That's not good. Encumbrance is... Oops. $10 on the eyes. 30 on the head, 20 on the mouth. Yeah, still too much. And the extremely heavy suit of ornamental armor. 30 volume, 40 pounds. 90% coverage, torso, arms, and legs. 20 bash, 20 cut. No, I don't think so. 90% coverage is terrible. So, unfortunately, we're going to say no to all of these. Fencing Sabre. Hey there, Fencing Sabre. Don't think so. 1 bash, 6 pierce. Let's just agree to disagree on that one. We're going to pop upstairs. Sometimes there is medieval gear up here that could be scattered all over the mansion. The two most likely places, though, are that front hallway and then up in this hallway. If I don't see them in either of these places, I don't look everywhere else. I don't explore the whole mansion trying to chase down any other medieval gear. But it is possible to find odd pieces in various places.